Well, hey guys, this is going to be part two of Crash Course in Trig. We're going to talk about what the trig functions are, how the notation works, and all that kind of stuff. It's going to be quick and easy. This is meant to be a review, not initial exposure to the topic. So we're going to keep it under 2 minutes. Ready? Go. All right, so we're going to be talking about the trigonometric functions, and I want you to understand how the input and the output works, all that kind of stuff, and we're going to tie that into what you already know about trig or function notation. So if you have a function like f of x, the input is the x, and the thing it's equal to, well, that's how you can calculate what the output will be, right? So here, 3x squared minus 4, well, 7 squared is 49 times 3, I think is 147 minus 4, good to go, 143, right? So trig is really similar. We have functions, sine, cosine, tangent. Those are the names. So instead of being called f of x or g of x or whatever, it's sine, cosine, and tangent. We don't say sin, cos, tan, say sine, cosine, tangent. The input for sine, cosine, and tangent is always an angle. It's always going to be an angle, whereas the output is actually going to be a fraction. It's actually going to be a ratio of sides. Now, on a calculator, they give you that ratio as a decimal, an approximation, but so you take two sides of a right triangle, and depending on which function you're using, that's how you're going to decide what ratio of sides you end up using. So sine, cosine, tangent, SOHCAHTOA, right? So sine is opposite over hypotenuse, and cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent is opposite over adjacent. All right, so let's say we have this right triangle right here. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, tangent again is opposite over adjacent. So this is our angle theta right here. The side next to it is adjacent. However, this side over here, B, is adjacent to that angle. So adjacent and opposite are relative to the angle. So all you got to do, figure out what is opposite, what is adjacent, and boom, you're done.